the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Phoenix Suns. And guys, for the Suns, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Well, last season the Pelicans made the playoffs, but still decided to change the coaching position, going with Alvin Gentry, known as an offensive guru in the league. And Kenny, how different do you think their offense is going to be with Alvin Gentry at the helm?
Oh, they're going to push the tempo a lot more with Alvin Gentry. Now, don't be surprised to see the offense run through Anthony Davis as it did last year, but probably from different areas of the floor and a lot faster pace.
And Pelicans were near the bottom last season in three-point attempts, so we should see them jump into at least the top half of the league. Alvin Gentry coached at Phoenix before. He loves when the guards come down and shoot the three. Open court game, we shall see.
Let us go down to Kevin Harlan courtside. He's got the call.
Let's meet the starting lineup of the visiting Phoenix Suns. At power forward, TJ Warren. At center, Tyson Chandler. At the other forward position, Devin Booker. At shooting guard, Brandon Knight. At the other guard position, Eric Bledsoe. The head coach of the visiting team is the visiting team head coach. And now introducing your New Orleans Pelicans. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 24, Dante Cunningham. At the center position, 7 feet, number 3, Omer Ashik. At guard 6'4", from UCLA, number 11, Drew Holiday. At guard 6'6", from Memphis, number 1, Tyreke Evans. And at forward 6'10", from Kentucky, number 23, Anthony Davis. Your head coach is
The Pelicans open for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. And of course, Darrell Wright, they will definitely miss his contributions.
You know what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, you know, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Warren is out there with Chandler, and it's Booker in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Bledsoe. He just could not put it together in that loss to Denver.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Here's Ashik, stolen by Warren. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. A nice shot by Booker.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. He said a big factor in this game will be how well they limit penetration by Tyreke Evans. He said he's so unique in that he's so big and so strong and also tremendously slippery and elusive off the bounce. What we've really got to cut off his right hand and then dare him to shoot over the top. I'd rather he have a wide open look from 18, 19 feet than a clear lane to the rim any day of the week. Kevin, the marching order, pretty clear cut.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here is Cunningham, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Knight passes to Chandler.
Get through.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Warren with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. No good from Booker.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
Now here's Bledsoe. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. It's good he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Evans against Knight. Evans kicks to Holiday. Davis with a screen on Bledsoe. Top of the key. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And looking at Drew Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. Okay, and that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
That free throw, no good. On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why, through last season, they'd won a lot more games than Holiday.
Good on the second free throw. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And Davis, here we go. That's good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Bledsoe dishes to Warren. Kicks to Booker. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
Knight kicks to Bledsoe. Knight sets the pick for Bledsoe. Warren the pass to Bledsoe. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And this, now a list of guys who can shoot it as well as they can pass it. The point guards with the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. Third is Eric Bledsoe.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
The Suns leading. Chandler with the screen on Holiday. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Hill, he's checked in for Cunningham. And a change for the Suns. Lenz checked in for Tyson Chandler. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Outside Holiday. He dishes it to Evans. To the paint. And Davis, here we go. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. A shot by Knight, no good. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. And then for Phoenix, Williams, he's checked in for Warren. Dudley comes in for Brandon Knight. And it's Barbosa in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Ajinça. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Jones comes in for Davis, and it's Pondexter in for Tyreek Evans. And Phoenix also making a switch. Tucker's checked in. Good on both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand because the architect behind the Warriors offense is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
New Orleans in the lead. Hill left side. Stolen by Tucker. Fast break, here come the Suns. Barbosa with the ball. Poke loose, and another shot. Pass to Len. Here's Tucker. Buries the corner 3. Tucker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way. And you could say the same for tonight's game.
Here's Cole. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Pondexter. Outside, Jones. He feeds it to Ajinça. And Hill has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Pelicans. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And checking out Phoenix, a half game back.
And I think for New Orleans, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Well, with the personnel they have, Greg, that leap probably not going to come. I mean, they could be a playoff team, but I don't see them being a major threat.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And he sinks the second.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
The offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's Dudley. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And thinking back to the Pelicans' playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Cole. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Hill, rebounded by Tucker.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Barbosa kicks to Dudley. For the 3, good. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Now here's Jones. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the San Antonio Spurs.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponent.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs, Clark, in points and minutes played for him and with the Pels.
Yeah, and you know, he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
The Suns leading. And here is Barbosa. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it, and Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Well, early on in the season still, but let's take a look at where the Pelicans sit right now. 3rd in blocks, 5th for free throw shooting, and they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And talking about the shot blocking ability, you love that mentality. No shot goes unchallenged around the rim. They make sure that you have to earn everything you get on the inside.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. Let 'em hear it.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving two. Brought back one as well.
That is good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Cole, covered by Barbosa. Outside, Jones. Ajinça dishes to Jones. Deep 2 from Pondexter. And that misses. That would have put him up.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Here's Cole. The Suns getting the bucket. Dishes it to Jones. Outside Hill. Screen by Jones. Here's Cole. 3-pointers off the mark. Sun shooting it well so far today, guys. They've connected on 48% of their shots. Barbosa kicks to Dudley. The feed now to Tucker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Len sets a screen for Barbosa. No good with the triple. The Pelicans trail. Outside Hill. Here's Pondexter, covered by Barbosa. Here's Cole. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here is Barbosa. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Jones sends it back. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big time play.
And here are the Suns now. Trailing by 2. Glenn a screen. Barbosa passes to Tucker. Williams against Jones. Williams kicks it to Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. The shot no good. And the Pelicans with the possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Kicks it out to Jones. Feeds it to Cole. Off target from outside. Cole's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Barbosa. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Barbosa's got his first points of the night. Here's Cole. Deep 2 from Hill. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. It's a tie game in New Orleans. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players. You know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? You know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Bledsoe and 9 of the backcourt. Booker out there with Warren. And it's Chandler in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Evans, looking for his first basket still in this one. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 5. And shot on the way. Shot is off. The Suns go the other way with it. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their shot to the AT&T Center. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Evans attacking. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. The Suns trailing.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Warren dishes to Chandler. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside Holiday. And Chandler sends it back. But they recover it. Now the pass to Cunningham. Evans outside. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Hits it from 3-point range. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pelicans. And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards. Too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
And here's Bledsoe following the 3 from Drew Holiday. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Eric Bledsoe. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Evans kicks to Ashik. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, for most of his career, Ashik has been going back and forth as a starting center. Only started 2 games his first 2 years with the Bulls. Signed an offer sheet with the Rockets and started 82 games for them in his 3rd season.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Well, going back to Ashik, he lost his starting job to Dwight Howard in his 4th season when he was in Houston. So he didn't want to come back and have his career labeled as a guy coming off the bench. So, Greg, he reportedly asked to be traded, and that's what he got.
Well, and you know what? The Rockets shipped him off to the Pelicans in exchange for a protected first-round pick, and he became a starter again. Moral of the story, don't put Omer on the bench. He won't like it.
He hits the second from the line. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. Count the buckets. 6 points for Drew Holiday.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. You know, going back to Ashik, I mean, he's not just a big, immobile guy. I mean, he's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
Suns trail by 4. Outside Knight. Here's Bledsoe. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
And going back to Omer Ashik's toughness, you can see it in his face. I mean, he's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
Here's Warren. Outside for Bledsoe. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Bledsoe's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Davis. 26 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. T.J. Warren 4th. And, of course, Anthony Davis.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there, who also has vision and an excellent basketball IQ.
And the Suns call time. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Here's Warren. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter, and finished off by Davis.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, it's beyond their youth.
You know, Kevin, the average age of them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity, one of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning-quick release on his jump shot.
And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
Both free throws good from Booker.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
Now here is Davis. He's got 10. Hill can't connect from short range. Booker the pass to Bledsoe. It's tipped. Shoots the 3. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute play.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were 3rd in the league in fast break points last year.
Here's Booker after Tyreek Evans has scored. 14 feet away, and it's sent back by Hill. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. Bledsoe with, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Hill. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game, was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for positives moving forward.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Pondexter comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
Here's Cole. There's the dish to Jones. Pass to Hill. He kicks it to Ajinça. And the Pelicans miss again. And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record of 21 and 31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams. Only went 8-22 against the top 8 in the West.
For New Orleans, they have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
He hits both from the stripe. Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA, right downtown Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here, for sure. You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Cole, covered by Barbosa. Cole dishes to Jones. Hill drives in. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound.
And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was huge to get into the postseason, as well as the Spurs on that final day to fight their way into that A spot.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Jones up top. He's guarded by Williams. Jones kicks to Ajinça. 6 on the shot clock. Barbosa with the steal. And here we go with Barbosa. Heading to the hoop. Dudley's shot is good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter.
And, you know, the Pelicans ended 28-13 here last season. A 6-win improvement for them from the season before. They can be a scary team when this place is jumping. A chance to take a look at how the Suns are doing right now early in the season. 7th in blocks, 11th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
And going back to their block shots, they're fearless, challenging shooters and contesting everything. You end up on a few posters, but I love that willingness to take a stand defensively.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Williams a screen, off the pick. Barbosa's shot is off.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James, that would probably
6,
change
right.
the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Now here is Barbosa. He's got 5. From about 19 feet. A shot, no good. New Orleans in the lead. Cole, the pass to Ajinça. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
And, you know, talking about Norris Cole, this is a young man who still has plenty of upside. His assist-to-turnover ratio is solid. He's a competitive defender. I like where his game is going right now.
Second free throw, no good. Now Barbosa kicks to Doug. Lets it go with a three. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Williams with the defensive effort.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here is Barbosa. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Len. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Pondexter kicks to Jones. To the wing on the left. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here is Barbosa. He's tightly guarded. Len sets a screen for Barbosa. Shot to stop the drought. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Len.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Jones. He has 6. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Phoenix. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. Barbosa dishes to Doug. Williams passes to Barbosa. To the middle, stolen by Ashik.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
Here's Cole, guarded by Tucker. And Cole kicks to Pondexter. Deep 2 from Hill. And that one comes up a bit short. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans on top. They lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Tyson, coming off the loss in the last game, it seems like you guys are playing with a renewed intensity here tonight. What's been the difference?
Well, we just getting allowed to stay around close. You know, last night we had a letdown. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, setting our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Suns trail by 3. Davis and Ashik in the middle. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. And it's Cunningham in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Bledsoe. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got the first points of the second half here for the Suns. Well, for New Orleans, shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Back to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 8 points for Drew Holiday.
And for the Pelicans last year, they were at their best when they had great ball movement. Very tough to guard their team when the offense was so active.
Now here's Bledsoe. There's a screen. Off the screen. And the wide open shot from Warren. Again, Phoenix.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Well, on the Pelicans, guys, they were 25-4. This is a good point, Greg. When they had 24 assists in games or more. League average on assists last year was 22 a game, Clark. So they were above that, and they played well when they were throwing it around.
Exactly, and they were right around the league average on the year. That record of 25-4 shows you just how dominant they could be when they were moving the ball and finding teammates.
Here's Bledsoe. The Pelicans make their last shot. And the shot by Warren, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Evans dishes to Holiday. Davis with a screen on Chandler. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Outside Knight. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Warren sets the pick for Bledsoe. Offensive rebound. New Orleans leading by 5. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And the Suns call time here. Poked away. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Tyson Chandler. 5th in rebounding, 6th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 12. Back tonight. And he lays it straight in. Knight's got his second bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times. And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guards. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Knight against Evans. Davis with a screen on Knight. Right side Holiday. It's hauled in by Warren. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improve his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year. And that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was the shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically. But now, to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnover.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ajince is checked in. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Warren dishes to Knight. But they get it back. Passes it to Cunningham. And it's good. Cunningham's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pelicans.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Bledsoe kicks to Booker. It's blocked. And now the Pelicans on the break. Holiday is running.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Alex Len's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Suns trail by 7. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Booker. He feeds it to Warren. Shot clock at 6. Bledsoe against Howard. No good from Bledsoe.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Knight. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Got a piece of it, but they'll get another chance. Cunningham hits the jumper in space. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Bledsoe. 12 points for him. Len with a screen on Evans. Knight passes to Len. Rebounded by Ajince. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Holiday with it. He's got 8. Down low. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Alex Len picks one up.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Cole's checked in for the Pelicans. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys. Just as much in this half as the first.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
It's stolen by Ajince. Here's Evans.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And the Suns call time here.
Way too many shots in close. And he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Alexis Ajince. And Phoenix also making a switch. Dudley's checked in. Suns trail by 13. Outside Knight. Dishes it to Len. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists now in this one.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now here's Jones. He's got 6. Cole dishes to Jones. Rim-rattling two-handed jam.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
The Suns shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Warren kicks to left. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the Suns pick up 2. Davis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Alex Len picks one up.
And Anthony Davis growing up in the rough south side of Chicago, because of the violence, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
No good on the free throw. And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Pondexter comes in for Tyreek Evans.
But you know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
Pelicans leading by 9. Here's Cole. There's the feed to Pondexter. Wants to get it to Hill, and does. Williams with the block. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded by Davis. Feeds it to Williams. Over to the wing. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Davis. The pass to Pondexter for the 3, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for a powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
Now here's Jones. He's got 8, and that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Hill.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Dudley, the pass to Barbosa, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Let's check out the NBA blocks leaders. Anthony Davis is second.
Well, anybody on this list, Kevin, is going to have the ability to get stops in a spectacular fashion, in a game-changing, dramatic fashion, in a crowd-pleasing way. That's what shot blockers do.
Pelicans leading by 14. Here's Cole to the wing on the left. Pondexter dishes to Jones. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one. That's tipped. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. Here's Jones. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Anthony Davis. Averaging 21 points per game, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And for Terrence Jones, there's a quiet excitement surrounding him in personnel circles. Last season, he was a much better rim protector, way up in blocks, and his 3-point percentage was up as well. So those are the kinds of year 3 improvements that talent evaluators are always looking for, especially when you come into the league as an underclassman.
And he sinks the second. Well, looking at Terrence Jones, he really has that complete game. His ability to make a play at the rim, hit 35% of his threes.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Tucker kicks to Dudley. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. 2 and a run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Barbosa drops them both.
And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Cole, the pass to Jones. And it's Hill penetrating. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Chandler with a screen for Barbosa. The 3 from Dudley. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Pondexter. He's guarded by Dudley. And it's Cole missing. Suns trail by 15. And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
Now off the inbound. Dismissed. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. No good with the wing jumper.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Cole dishes to Jones. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Barbosa kicks it to Tucker. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. 54 seconds left in the 3rd. Pondexter, the pass to Hill. And the shot is good. Hill's got 10 points in the game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Pondexter dishes to Hill. Offline with his 3. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Another steal. Jones kicks to Cole. The dish now to Hill. Out to the wing. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans on top. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Stolen by Bledsoe. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe and 9 of the backcourt. Chandler out there with Warren. And it's Booker in at the 3 side. Cunningham kicks to Holiday. Pass to Ajinça. A good look from Holiday. Nice shot from the wing. Holiday's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pelicans. Knight passes to Bledsoe. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe. Pelicans leading by 19. Here's Cunningham. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Suns have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Booker.
Assist from Brandon Knight.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
The kick out to Holiday. And the wide-open shot from Evans. Off target from outside.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well.
Cunningham kicks to Ajinça. Holiday left side. It's blocked. Here's Booker. Rebound by Ajinça.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Kicks it to Cunningham. New Orleans moving it around. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds, really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
And both free throws good for Tyreke Evans.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Chandler with a screen for Warren. Off the pick, and Davis sends it back, and he gets it back. Here's Chandler. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Davis, boom, he jams it straight down.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Bledsoe dishes to Warren. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Knight wide open. It's good from long range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Davis with it. Now defended by Warren, and it's Davis missing. Suns trail by 19. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. Back to Bledsoe. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Ajinsa's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Holiday, the pass to Davis. Dishes it to Cunningham. Kicks it out to Evans. Passes it to Davis. He feeds it to Holiday. Second chance shot. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Inside, here's Knight, and Davis sends it back. And they get it back, and he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for T.J. Warren. Pelicans leading by 17. Evans dishes to Holiday. Ajinsa kicks to Evans. Pass to Davis. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Suns trail by 19. Bledsoe outside. Chandler is screen. Now here's Warren. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock. Puts one up from 19. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. New Orleans making a switch here. Ashik's checked in.
Oh, there, Ashik.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Knocked away and stolen by Booker. Now here's Knight from downtown. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Holiday, the pass to Evans. Outside, Davis. Inside, here's Cunningham. Here's Holiday. And the Pelicans miss again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
A clear look for Warren. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Davis dishes to Ashik. Outside Holiday. He kicks to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ashik. That one a little long. Suns trail by 17. Top of the key, Warren. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Holiday. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And here is Warren. Down low. Outside for Bledsoe. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Evans kicks to Ashik. He dishes it to Holiday. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Warren. Suns trail by 19. Evans with the steal. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the Suns making a change here. Dudley's checked in.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'd very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
To the inside, here's Chandler. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Holiday, the pass to Davis. Back to Holiday from past the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Warren's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bagels in the second.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. He used that pick just right.
Nice to see a shot like that coming from Eric Bledsoe.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Pelicans leading by 18. Outside Holiday. Back to Davis. The feed to Ush. 5 on the clock. New Orleans moving it around. And again, no good by New Orleans. Suns trail by 18. Bledsoe outside. To the middle. Chandler. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Davis.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. And Chandler makes all the difference on defense. And that's why teams just still want him even late in his career.
Bledsoe outside. Holiday. To the inside. Here's Hashim. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
At the line for your Pelicans, Omer Ashik. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Ashik.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
No good on the second free throw. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny it.
Great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers in your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check.
Here's Evans. Some solid defense from Knight. Suns trail by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pelicans.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Davis. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Dudley. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Suns trail by 20. Barbosa with it. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Phoenix also making a switch. Price, he's checked in for Jared Dudley. And Barbosa, no good on that one. New Orleans has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. G, no good. Phoenix with the ball. Price dishes to Williams. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for New Orleans, Allen Williams. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Williams drops them both. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Cole, covered by Barbosa. Davis kicks to Pondexter. Pulls up from the corner. Len grabs the board. Suns on offense. It's a 16-point game. Now here is Barbosa. He's covered closely. Len sets a screen for Barbosa. No one near him. No good off the front iron. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
Playing hard, we had a meeting today as a team, and we just wanted to come in here and play hard with energy. That's where it starts from, and we did a great job that tonight.
Tyreek, thank you. Kevin, amazing what can happen when you play hard.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
The one thing you know about Davis is that he's always going to play with an insane amount of energy. It's always full speed ahead with him, and we saw that tonight. Offensively, he plays as well as anyone.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.